The federal government has disclosed that the 28th Nigerian Economic Summit plan is to reduce poverty rate to 0.6% and unemployment rate to 6.3%, while taking the economy to the highest per capita gross domestic product in the group of upper middle income economies. Speaking at the pre-summit press conference for the 28th Nigerian Economic Summit in Abuja, Honorable Minister of State, Budget and National Planning, Prince Clem Agba, noted that sustained growth is key to the eradication of poverty, while also stressing the need for government to implement policies that will promote favorable business environment to private sectors, as they are the engine of growth to the economy.
The Nigeria Agenda 2050 will be implemented through a series of 6 5-year medium-term plans and annual budgets. The plan is meant to drastically bring poverty rate to 0.6% and unemployment rate to 6.3%, while transiting the economy to the highest per capita GDP in the group of upper middle income economies. As we are all aware, sustained growth is key to the eradication of poverty. During the implementation period of the Perspective Plan, efforts will be made to promote rapid and sustained economic growth of 7% on the average. Growth will be sustained by maintaining macroeconomic stability, ensuring equity, promoting productivity and competitiveness, ensuring low population growth, as well as girl child education and women participation. The annual economic summit have helped to shape many of the reform policies that have underpinned our development aspiration and economic growth strategy over the past 27 years. On next 27, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the theme was securing our future, the fierce urgency of now. The summit provided a veritable platform for stakeholders to engage in candid and frank discussion and agreed on the need for government to take tough decisions needed to reverse poor economic trends occasioned by COVID-19 pandemic and steer the course towards a secure future of high growth and social economic development. Next 27 also provided a timely opportunity for a national economic review and created consensus amongst all Nigerians on the need for us to actively prioritize the pursuit of economic growth that can sustainably create jobs, lift millions out of poverty, and enable Nigeria realize its economic potentials on the global stage. This indeed helped in no small measure in focusing the objective of the recently launched National Development Plan 2021 to 2025. The Joint Planning Committee and the subcommittees have worked around the clock, resulting in the press conference we are witnessing here today. To usher in the next 28, there have been several pre-summit events, among which are national economic dialogue on entrepreneurship policies, financial inclusion, what worked, what didn't, which way forward, critical challenges confronting the Nigerian economy, critical tax reforms for shared prosperity, repositioning public governance in Nigeria for global competitiveness, attracting foreign direct investment and sustainable development, national economic dialogues for youth on economic growth and stability, Nigeria's human capital potentials, and getting our institutions right. The pre-summit events were held to prepare ground for critical discourse on the economy during the summit. As a ministry, we have carried out some survey works across the 109 senatorial districts in the country in order to properly dimension poverty. Because like you know, poverty has got many sides. It's multi-dimensional. So that we'll really be able to tell where the issues are, which zones in the country, which states in the country, which local governments, that the poverty rates are high, and what type of poverty is there. That will enable government to properly address the issues in those areas.
However, The chairman, Nigerian Economic Summit Group, Asoyi Ighodalo, rejuvenated the commitment of the group to work more with public sectors. He further added that the Economic Summit is scheduled to hold from November 14th to 15, 2022, with the theme 2023 and Beyond, Priorities for Shared Prosperity.
Our nation is in a season of social discontent characterized by massive economic pressures and challenges on businesses and citizens. Macroeconomic stability is driven by stagflation, pushing more people below the poverty line. More Nigerians are multi-dimensionally poor than they are monetarily poor. The World Bank estimates that in 2022 alone, 7 million more Nigerians will go into extreme poverty. We also live in a time of global instability, regional volatility, and national socio-economic uncertainties that require that we now exceed our own expectations. Yes, national revenues are historically lower than they ever were. Yes, we're sandwiched between two hard-hitting economic recessions and a global pandemic. And more importantly, these are unusual times that characterize what could be described as a perfect storm. These unprecedented challenges call for business unusual, governance unusual. It calls for a whole new paradigm to national socio-economic transformation. It calls for a new level of transformational political leadership. The summit sessions are designed to set an economic policy agenda for accelerated economic growth, underpinned by sustainable and inclusive development, to deliberate an actionable framework for transformative political leadership and effective governance that builds the Nigerian state's capacity to deliver dividends of democracy and build consensus on the imperatives for transforming Nigerians' immense human capital into national productive and innovative capacity that creates a secure collective future of prosperity for all. 2023 presents another opportunity to demonstrate a strong political will to tackle Nigeria's socio-economic challenges. Hence, the NESG seeks to unveil the most critical challenges for urgent attention. These are: 1. Unemployment; 2. Huge infrastructural deficit; 3. Fiscal weakness; 4. Human capital and skills gap; 5. Flawed security architecture; 6. Corruption. This summit also delves into the causes and implications of the highlighted critical challenges. It has designed plenaries and plenary sessions to debate and reach the policy consensus to transform Nigeria into a strong, inclusive, prosperous, corrupt-free, and globally competitive and sustainable economy in 2023 and beyond. Hence, our theme for this 28th summit. The 28th summit, jointly convened with the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, is anchored on this partnership imperative, and we are indeed extremely grateful to the Honourable Minister of Finance and the Honourable Minister of State, Budget and Planning for sustaining this collaborative relationship on behalf of the federal government. I am extremely confident that this partnership, which has survived nearly 30 years, is at the cusp of producing the outcomes and impacts that will set Nigeria on the path of economic recovery and sustainable development.
Godwin Oyedinro, GTV Africa.